We don't have anything.
Welcome to the House of Rouse! With our main guests, Colin Quarles!
Oh, look at that sexist pig.
And next coming in, Evan Quarles!
Fuck art school. It's stupid.
Up next, Hunter Duffy!
He stole my essay out of my fucking backpack.
Hungry.
Welcome to the House of Rouse.
Oh yeah. Smash your foot.
Alright, it works.
Okay.
Welcome to the House of Rouse, episode 17.
Really?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that we have no idea whose turn it is to.
No, I do. No, I thought about it while we were watching it.
Oh, really?
Yep, it was my pick. We watched 2009's Knowing. And it's Colin's turn to describe this film.
Yeah, take a whirl at that one.
You know, shit happens. I am the preacher's son! Breaking news tonight from Jack Flounder. Get inside! There they come! You have to go with them. Go with them.
All right. Knowing, I'm gonna go shot for shot. Is
Let's do this thing.
Knowing is about a deranged man who comes across a paper with a series of numbers on it that end up being dates, the amount of deaths and locations of the tragedy. He figures out, this is not a spoiler because he figures this out within the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to stop it. And then you find out aliens show up. And possibly the worst movie ending in history.
Well, you've really spoiled that. I just wanted a quick little...
Yeah, whatever.
This movie is 2 hours long.
It's way too long.
That's
It's
the-
way longer than I remember being.
That's the real synopsis.
Yeah, good God.
This
Really-
movie is 2 hours.
Really is way too long.
Well, right
Hour 30 should have went
Right-
there.
off the bat, my first question was why her? Why her? Are they going to
I
answer
guess
that?
she's just the chosen one.
I wondered that right in the very opening shot. I was like, do they explain? Oh yeah, with some context. I've seen this before in theaters. Colin's seen this before in theaters. This was Hunter's first viewing.
And only.
The first scene I was like, do they explain why it's her at all? And they don't.
Listen,
They
man,
never do.
Trying to make sense of this movie at all. This is just a fool's errand.
Well, it's quite rather simple, actually. I thought.
You know,
One word for it.
I did not hate it. I was pretty entertained at the very least until about like an hour 20 in, I'd say, and then I was ready for it to be over. I feel like it goes on way too long. I mean, it's like bad, but it was at least kind of like that campy bad, like kind of like Con Air or something. Like it was bad, but it was like entertaining enough and like interesting enough to keep my attention. But I just felt like it needed to end like way earlier than it did, and then the ending just goes off the rails. And
Off the rails.
there it is.
We're going off the rails. Then we'll just play that again over top of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
For sure.
Write that down.
I guess she's kind of like Star Wars though. She's just the chosen one for no reason.
Why not?
She's just the chosen one.
Yeah.
That's it.
My first note, So did the moon make her trip balls?
Oh yeah, they cut to the moon.
When, in the beginning?
Yeah, at the very beginning, she looks up at the moon.
Yeah.
And like then she starts fucking.
Oh, I think it was just implied she was like looking up in space and they were just aliens.
Looking up at God.
Oh,
Or
actually,
God, whatever.
Well, they're angels, actually. They're angels.
Is that what they're supposed to be?
Yeah.
that's why they got the wings. Well, that's again an ending.
Did he have wings?
We'll talk about it at the end. God damn it. Also, actually, my first note was, "Oh, this bitch writing."
She is writing.
My first note.
She's the typical. This movie starts out with your typical cliche scary girl. Very cliche scenes of like her isolated at a party or not at a gathering. She's holding a fucking balloon.
Whispers.
Staring at everyone. Whispers. The movie does not work
At all.
as a film, but it works. It would have worked as I could see this being a really cool Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
I could see it being a really cool because you could tell it was like someone had like a really cool idea for like a sci-fi plot. Like, what if this girl wrote the blah blah blah?
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, somehow we got to form a fucking movie around all of this.
Yeah.
But why make it 2 hours?
Well,
I don't know, man.
I think this is like my interpretation is that they had a really good idea, but they had a very like an unfinished idea, and they kind of just started making it, and then as they're making it, like, oh shit, we really don't have like an ending for this, and then they just kind of threw something together, like, and then they took all the scenes of the people following them, and they added that like later when they finally just figured out what they're gonna do with the ending. Because to me, I don't know how you guys feel, but like to me, the ending just feels like really convoluted and like or contrived. Like it's just really really like simple. I feel like for what the plot the movie has, and like how I guess the plot's pretty unique. I feel like the ending and like the explanation to everything is it's just very simple. It's like, they just didn't have anything else. They couldn't really figure out what they wanted to do. Like, that's just what I thought.
I don't know, because I feel like the whole movie is like blatant in your face setting up all, like, it's like metaphors, but they're just like these blatant things. Like literally the whole movie's themes are it's grief, meaning in life, a loss, which actually the grief thing never has a payoff. There's no character arc anywhere with the whole grief thing. So I don't know why they even put that in the fucking movie in the first place. But
they ended up basing it more on now that he discovered those numbers, it was he felt guilt because if he would have found these numbers just a little bit earlier, then he could have saved her. But
there's no like he doesn't learn any, like he doesn't grow from it. It just kind of is like, oh shit.
Well, he doesn't grow from
like
it at all, and it barely works as a plot element.
Yeah.
But that's this movie, so.
Well, they really drive the meaning thing home about meaning of life. And dude, it's like so in your face from the very beginning. All the, like, literally the first character, like his character philosophy is right blatant. The kid's like, well, you don't believe in heaven. He's like, you're right, I don't believe in heaven. It's like, boom.
Everything's right on those.
Yeah.
Well, they also give you the that was actually the exact phrasing I wrote in the notes was the on the nose thing about something different though.
Okay.
It's scattered.
Something else. But they do this a lot in like this kind of thriller mystery type movie. They give away what's going to happen in the end, in the very beginning, when he's grilling the hot dogs, and the kid's just up there looking at the telescope, and he's like, "Do you think there's life outside of Earth or whatever?" And he's like, "That's probable." So they really give that away. But I thought it was really on the nose because of the implications of like global warming and stuff. I feel like that was like a big theme of the movie also. Like when they're showing the animals getting burned up and shit.
I mean, again, it's just this movie trying at themes.
Yeah. I'm not saying it was successful at it. I'm just saying it was like I definitely felt like they were like trying to push some kind of political thing also.
I could see that working if there was any type of scene where it was showing like the community wasting resources or anything like that. but there's no scene like that. It's just things are burning up, but there's no like reason for it burning up. They don't like say, this is why it's gonna happen. It just happens, but there's no reason behind the end of the world being that day or it burning up or. So I could see that working if they put a scene like that in there. But yeah, the themes don't work. They're all on the nose. I mean, his dad's a goddamn pastor. How more on the nose can you be than his father being a fucking pastor? And he's like, I don't believe in heaven. My dad's a pastor.
I'm a pastor's son.
I am the son of a pastor.
Oh, I am Zio. Whatever.
One thing positive I will say is that
I have a couple good things to say actually.
There's a couple positive things, but the one positive thing I thought was that, and I don't know if it's because they're directly related, is that the kid actors look, or the female ones especially, look very similar to, the mothers and everything. Like,
props to the casting directors.
Yes, they did a very I don't know if they,
except for the part where they cast Nick Cage.
I don't know if like they're actually related, but like the kid in the very beginning and the other girls, they might be the same kid. I have no idea, but they just look exactly the same to the mother. Like they all all of them just look the exact same. But the kid actors are shit. They're awful. God awful.
Well, I wouldn't say they're awful.
The little boy is absolutely awful. Yeah,
the son
some of the worst child acting I've ever seen. in a theatrical released movie, it's trash.
It's not great. It's not good, but I wouldn't say it was like trash. But it wasn't good.
I don't know if I go so far as trash, but it was bad.
It was terrible.
It's okay. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to be too harsh on the kid.
I think the kid's looking up to Nick Cage. He's like, I see what you do. I'm gonna try and do that.
Yeah, sure. Well, hey, he's an Oscar-winning actor, my man.
Sick.
Also, did anyone else find it weird how scary and weird their house was?
I wrote that
in my notes.
Yeah, we all apparently, because I said, "What is the state of this house?"
Yeah, dude, there's holes. There's holes in the walls. Like, there's literally parts where like the walls like falling apart and like.
Yeah, why are you living there?
Yeah, what is going on? It looks like one of those like places we'd go to look for snakes in, where there was like an abandoned house.
Yeah,
you definitely see homeless people have been living there. Like,
yeah.
Horrific.
Yeah, maybe it's a metaphor for his brokenness.
Another thing that didn't work for me early on, because I wrote a note about it very early on, but ended up being throughout, was the music. I feel like the music never worked in any of the scenes.
Are you serious? See,
I thought it was pretty good.
One of my positive things is I love the score, actually.
I hate the score. It's supposed to be unsettling, but it just doesn't work at all for me.
I liked the score a lot, actually.
I thought the score was decent, but all of the songs sound way too similar throughout the entire movie. That's what I'll say. Like, there's no like tone change to any of the songs. It's just all like.
I was a big fan of the score. I disagree.
I didn't think it was bad though. I just thought it was like all the songs were pretty similar.
I just felt like it never worked. Like anytime they played, like whatever it was, just never worked with the scene it was in. I never felt it at all.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't connecting it to the movie. I was just kind of listening to it, and I was just like, I like the score. I was like, I actually in the middle of the movie, I looked up who composed it, and the dude, he does work. He's composed over 100 films, and he did the music for like A Quiet Place, and
I'm sure that was tough.
Well, hey, I mean, if there's no dialogue, you gotta make more music. You know?
One of my other positive notes was I thought the lighting was very good in the movie, because they go for like that brownish yellowish tone through the entire movie, and I guess it's because the sun's supposed to be hitting, whatever. They're kind of going for that like it's like warm toned, but they give you like the kind of horror element of like the sun's gonna burn everything up, so it kind of makes it a little creepy.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention.
Even
too
the
much
leaves,
attention to that,
even like the leaves, and they walk through the outside. There's just like the browny yellow leaves everywhere.
Yeah.
Go to the house. He's drinking the brown liquor, and like all the lights in the house are brown. Like everything's brown and yellow. That was pretty good.
Shit just happens.
That's the point of the movie.
How awkward did that girl in his class feel? And she's like, "Oh, well, what do you think?"
Oh yeah, dude.
My wife died.
Yeah, and she's just staring at him. Yeah, that's...
Little Liam Hemsworth cameo, too.
Yeah, Liam Hemsworth, I was going to mention that.
Yeah, what a weird... I was like, all right, well,
3 seconds in
he's
it.
definitely going to get a decent amount more screen time. Nope.
Nothing.
This is pre his fame, though, and Chris Hemsworth fame. This is definitely pre all of their fame.
Yeah, well, 2009, so this is a year before this Iron Man had just come out.
Yeah, so like none of them are really that big at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, what Chris Hemsworth did like a soap opera or something, right? I want to say.
Sounds
It
right.
doesn't matter.
Sounds right to
Making
me.
things up.
But I thought he did. I could be completely wrong. But
Yeah, well, like... You go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
I was just
No,
gonna
you
say.
go.
I was just gonna say, there's not enough substance to this movie to make the runtime.
yeah.
But the cool idea that it is would be perfect for like a 30-minute Twilight Zone episode.
That or different team of writers and get Christopher Nolan to direct this. Then you got something pretty interesting.
No,
He directs. I think so. I think because he's
I
good
can
at
see that. Yeah,
he's
you
good at
definitely-
directing those
definitely-
trippy, like what, I don't know what you go for, like philosophical. You know
Philosophical.
what I'm saying?
I think that's the word.
Existential type.
it's like it's
Horror,
like a
mystery shit.
philosophical falafel.
Philosophical. You know what I'm looking for.
What are we doing here?
And also, what about this kid's dude? Jesus
This
Christ. He is packing a My God.
We're going off the rails.
I think I finally found something in an episode I'm gonna censor.
That zoom in on 81. That's what I wrote. He
On
is just
81?
waiting for something bad to happen on the news.
Who?
Nick Cage is literally just
Oh,
watching the
yeah.
news and he's upset when nothing bad has happened.
Oh
yet.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, one thing I noticed, he never smiles once in the whole movie.
Yeah,
Not
he
even
doesn't.
when he's trying to like impress Rose Byrne.
Diana.
Yeah, dude, he doesn't like. And
You
she,
two have seen this movie before. How do I know all the
It's
names?
been a long time. It's been a very long time.
Well, I just think she deserves more respect than the character's name. I want to call her by her real name, Rose Byrne.
I thought it was Rose Bryan.
No, Byrne.
No, whatever.
Yeah, but okay. Here's another good thing I have to say about this movie. Don't you fucking look at my notes. A lot, not all of them.
Can't read your handwriting anyways.
Granted, not a lot of them, but there's still some great visual scenes that hold up.
Oh, the plane scene is terrifying.
It's pretty
still,
rough.
I think it's horrifying.
It's a great scene. It's like a war scene. And there's like a collection of really good scenes in this bad movie.
Yeah. The plane scene is
The
very,
train
very
scene's
good, I
great
think.
too. How it cuts to the point of view of the train just smacking people, dude. And there's blood
That's pretty horrific.
for PG-13 and in 2009.
And if you're looking like at comparing it to like Final Destination type, natural disaster type shit, I think it's pretty good,
It was rough.
Pretty comparable.
It's crazy. I was shocked.
If you're terrified of flying, don't watch this movie.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's just like they're cool ideas for these disaster things, and I think the CGI held up. I mean, pretty decent. It's
Except for that spaceship, but we'll get.
it's not great, but at least the ideas are cool enough that then they sell them. But then again, then you have Nick Cage reacting to it, so
Yeah.
like it is a war zone, really cool idea, but then it's just Nick Cage running through. It's like,
Well-
wet blanket. Next
I
one.
have a soft heart for Nick Cage. I didn't think he was awful.
He was not.
No, I mean, he has little moments that are like classic Nick Cage, but
Yeah.
he's got some pretty. I mean,
But it's like classic
when
Nick
he's being
Cage is
straight.
haha at Nick Cage, not
Yeah, that's
oh,
what I'm saying.
look at that acting.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How the classic Nick Cage, like it's like goofy, quotable,
Yeah.
like horrible, but
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
but
there's definitely moments like
yeah,
that.
but I think there's some like stretches where his acting isn't atrocious. He's just so memed out that whenever you even see his face, you just want to start laughing because of all the crazy shit he's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, his acting's not god awful in this movie. I don't think.
It's not good.
it's more just like the direction, what they wanted him to do. Like you said, when he just starts staring. Like, I mean, he does a good job at staring.
I don't think anyone directs
why,
Nick Cage. I think he just goes on set and he just does his thing.
His hair is just a mess.
Yeah, no one combed his hair ever.
Yeah.
Not once. Not once.
Yeah, well, he buys tigers and shit, so I mean, probably don't want to touch him. He's a psychopath. But even the scene with the vision when the kid wakes up in the bed and the angel's in his room, and then he sees the vision of the woods on fire.
It's pretty horrifying.
That was a good scene. I mean, the CGI of the animals was kind of clunky and rough, but
Yeah, that's what I wrote down.
It was a good scene.
I wrote that down. I was like, really good ideas.
Yeah.
The CGI doesn't hold up great. It still looks good enough, and like I said, the ideas are good enough that it sells it. But then you just got Nick Cage reacting to it again.
hitting trees with bats and shit.
Like you said, just take the.
Yes, you want some of this?
Just take this movie, rip the skeleton out of it, and put all better just writers, directors, everybody on top of it. And you probably have a pretty solid movie.
Yeah, you got no one directing this. It's gonna be great.
I think it'd be better with Rod Serling attached.
I mean, it'd be great for a mini show also. Like Twilight Zone would also be great, but I feel like you need someone who's really, really good at directing like sci-fi, horror, like that kind of shit.
Yeah, I just don't.
Inception.
It's just the themes aren't strong enough to hold this movie afloat. Like I feel like the themes and the meaning behind everything that's happening is so shoehorned in to the story because someone had a neat idea about a thriller. Like, what if there's these dates that this person writes down and they tell when disasters happen, this person has to stop it, and they're like, oh, that's a neat idea, but you can't just have that. You have to have themes.
Yeah.
So they had to like shoehorn meaning into what that would be, and you don't need to if it's like a Twilight Zone episode or something. You can just make the cool idea.
Yeah.
So, and then,
I for sure thought it was going to cut to black right when they left.
Well, that's weird.
oh yeah,
We haven't got to it yet, but that's
might as well.
That's how I thought it was going to end.
we can get to it.
We
now.
might as well. We've talked about it. Yeah, so basically, in the end, the weird figures that are following the kid around with the little rocks, which they never explain the rocks at all.
I have
But
They never explained those
those
goddamn
little
pebbles.
stones, yeah. But they end up being like angels / aliens that are trying to get the little boy and the little girl because they are the chosen ones or whatever, and take them to a new planet that's going to be like the new Earth or whatever. And they're like the Adam and Eve, and they're like
they're
the tree of
angels.
life and all that shit.
They're not aliens, they're angels for sure. I mean, the metaphor smacks you in the face 1,000,000 times that these are religious creatures.
Yeah, those are 100% angels. They have
They're
wings.
angels, but like they're also aliens because they're not from Earth, that type of shit. When are the wings? I never saw the wings.
They had wings.
Well, spiritually...
Like right when they started to go up, there was a little like faint outline of wings.
No, I don't remember that.
It wasn't like suit. Well, you couldn't feed like the dude in X-Men
So,
when
are
he
you
jumped
saying-
out the goddamn window. But
Yeah. So are you
it was
saying angels are aliens?
I mean, they come in spaceships, ice spaceships for some reason. Which, dude,
They're heaven spaceships.
The design is heaven made of ice. I don't get it. It goes, come on, see a glass.
What?
I don't.
That's just stupid.
God, what an idiot. Yeah, I don't. That's probably one of the worst things about the movie to me is the design for the alien / angels in their human form and like their angel form and the spaceship and the new Earth. I think all that stuff is just god awful and like the laziest designs for like angels or aliens or whatever of all time. Like the designs are just terrible.
I didn't hate the
That's
new
what I
Earth, though. I thought they looked okay. The new Earth.
It's kind of weird.
yes.
I thought that looked fine. Before we move ahead whatsoever, let's just mention that Rose Byrne gets on screen,
Oh god.
and Colin says, I don't know what it is about her, but she just has the most punchable face. He says, that woman, she just has such a punchable
Yeah,
face.
poor little. 100 pounds.
Yeah, the
Rose Byrne.
skinny as a stick.
Listen.
Looks gentle as
Yeah.
dust in the wind.
She always has that like deeply concerned look on her face 24/7, and I just don't like it.
I like how you said you were gonna reject this and act like it
I don't like it. No, I'm gonna stand with it. I don't
glad
like
that
Rose
that
Byrne's
is the
face.
hill you've chose to die
Yeah,
on.
I don't like Rose Byrne's face. Rose Byrne, if you're out there and you're listening to our little show, I don't like your face.
That's awful, dude.
Jesus
I like
Christ.
I enjoy your face. I think it's a
Yeah,
nice
you got
face.
2 out of 3 with you, but, just know. Colin Quarles does not appreciate your face. That's all I got to say. You're a fine actress, I guess.
This
Neighbors kind of sucked.
This is the episode
I don't
where
know.
if we manage to have anyone stick through this, they're done.
We have
over.
millions.
Go
We have
look
tons of
up.
people
Go
stick
look
to
up
us.
Rose Byrne's face if you don't know who that is, and
They of
tell
course
me
know
you
who
don't
that
want to hit her.
is.
It's out.
Oh my
I
god.
don't want to hit her. I just don't appreciate her face.
Oh god. Well, I have a theory about the pebbles.
And I haven't seen a movie where she's good in it either. Not that she's good, but the movie
Neighbors.
itself is good. Neighbors sucks.
Neighbors is good. Yeah.
Neighbors is a movie. If it's on, you'll keep it on.
Neighbors is good.
Neighbors is a bad movie laced with some pretty good jokes.
No, it's a good movie.
That's what I'll say.
It's okay. It's
I
not
enjoy it.
terrible.
I don't
It's
know.
not terrible.
It goes a little over the line a couple times, but
Yeah.
that's what college movies are.
Dude from Mad TV is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like him.
Huh?
I think the
Like
pebbles.
Barinholtz.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. That's what you thought as well, though, didn't you?
She told me that. I naively believed her.
Well, you took it hook, line, and sinker.
The House of Rouse manager told me that whatever his face is Mark Wahlberg's brother. And I
Sick.
just went around spouting it without looking it up. It's not true.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Whatever.
But I think the pebbles were basically just a landing. Okay, so I have tons of questions. Well, actually, only 3. But first of all, grief payoff? No, there's none.
No.
Nope.
Pebbles? I thought possibly a spiritual landing platform of some sorts for the spaceships.
Maybe.
And classical music ending. For what purpose? Because as Nicolas Cage sees the world end, he plays some classical music.
They play that like twice in the movie, though. Like again, none of the music works for me in this movie.
Well, that didn't work at all. Yeah, I agree with you.
I feel
'Cause
like it
there was
doesn't
no
the whole
purpose
time.
for that. But the score,
Yeah.
I thought was good.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts, anybody, before we get to our first ad read of the night? All right, well let's get to our first ad.
Yeah, that fucking sums it up right there.
and then we'll do ratings.
Do you want me to give me? Oh, you're getting yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
This episode of the House of Rouse is brought to you by
Scoop-a-da-da-ba. Shoop-ba-dum-ba-dum. Shoop-a-da-ba. Da-da-ba. Da-da-ba. Shoop-a-bop. Shoot-a-bop. 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 Skip-a-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Shooba. Shooba. Ba-da. Shooba. 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 Ba-da. Shooba. Shooba.
This one is.
Here's what I'll do. There you go, like that.
Go. All right. Then.
Oh, don't hit the cup. Watch out.
I'm
Watch out for
not
the cup.
gonna.
Watch out for the cup.
I'm not gonna. Okay. All right. Hello, House of Rouse fans. With such popular demand and with our Thor family growing so much, we have been making so much amazing content and have nowhere to put it. We've been working so hard, upgrading and growing as a corporation. Heck, Hunter finally didn't watch a movie on his phone on a bus. So, with all this marvelous ambition, and without further ado, we are now launching the House of Rouse Plus! Exclamation point. A streaming platform with hours and hours of everything we have ever produced and crazy extra content. For only $9.99 a month, you will have full access to all of our House of Rouse reviews, all of our MMA shows, all of our top fives. And that's not even all. If you sign up now, you can watch our first annual Rousers Award show free, plus much more. So check out our House of Rouse Plus! Exclamation point. Don't they already have access to the YouTube channel?
No, everyone's doing this.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's
All right.
doing
Well,
this.
whatever.
Apple's got it.
Do you guys not watch your movies on the phones?
No.
Okay, that's weird.
Okay.
Sick.
Huh. Well, we really are moving up.
Yeah. Yeah. New
Got
streaming
someone
service coming out.
designing. Now, can they get this on like PlayStation or?
No, it's gonna be on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So these guys, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and just we have Zelle,
Huh.
Venmo.
Yeah, Cash App.
The hell was Zelle?
It's an app I use for
I think
money.
BB&T owns Zelle.
BB&T does
Is it
own
Zelle or Zelly?
Zelle.
I don't know.
And if you just send us
Venmo?
if you send us $10 every month, we'll give you full access to all our House of Rouse reviews and MMA shows and that.
And send that to Colin Quarles on Venmo, Zelle, or Cash App.
I'm gonna have to talk to you about that. But all right, back to the show. Let's get to ratings.
And we're back!
Right. I forgot. All right, so let's go reverse order. So we'll start with Hunter, or do you want to start with me? What do you want to do?
I don't give a shit.
Okay, we'll start with me.
D-.
Okay, start with D-.
Damn, that's low.
That's funny.
D-.
D-, okay.
It is a hot mess with, again, at the bare bones, there is a good story in there, but they did everything else wrong. But at least they tried, and Vampire's Kiss didn't, so that's why this is a D-. And
That's
it
great.
didn't earn an F.
Vampire's Kiss is way better than this movie.
All right, go ahead.
Wait, don't we cut to do we have another ad? Do we do it between each person?
What? No.
What?
Is that how we do the
What the
format?
hell you doing?
When has
Have
that
you
ever
been on this
happened?
show?
I can't remember oh no, we do. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, no shit. We've never once done that.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's 2 a.m. All right, I'm gonna give it a 5.5 because even though it's horrifically flawed, I was still entertained for most of it until the last 30 to 40 minutes. The runtime
That's a
was just,
third of the movie.
it's very long. the first hour and 20, hour and 30, I was still entertained. And I think there's some good qualities. I don't think it's the worst thing ever. But yeah that's what 5.5 out of 10.
All right. I, funny enough, give this a 55%.
Really?
Yeah. I give it a 55%. I
It's
think
just you two
that's
loving
hilarious.
Nick Cage.
I think the score is great, and I think there is some amazing choreographed and visual scenes that are intense, that are worth watching, worth actually checking out.
Yeah, just look up that scene on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
Save
Do
yourself 2 hours. Watch the 5-minute clip of the dope scenes. Okay, that's cool scenes,
that. Yeah.
but that's it.
But with those two things, and I don't think I was never really bored. Really? Yeah. Yeah.
While you two were talking about fucking for a fourth of the
Dude,
movie.
they just shoved that in there for. I just don't
Yeah.
understand.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah,
If you were
it's
on
shoehorned in there.
any who's
So this is slightly better than Amadeus, I'd say.
oh my god.
no,
It's
When I
not.
give it-
It's not better.
He just had
it's better than radio. I will say.
It's not as long though.
Better than radio.
That's all you need.
55%.
I'd rather
Yeah.
watch radio.
Wow,
No,
that's crazy.
It's shorter, isn't it?
By barely.
about 15 minutes, I think.
That's enough.
But all right. So now you have our official review of radio. Let's cut into that transition.
We have our
song.
official review of radio.
Is that what it said?
That's just exactly what you said.
Knowing Nicolas Cage, 2009.
Riveting fucking movie.
Let's hit
Can't
that
remember the title.
transition song.
This is the transition song. Transition song. Transition song.
Yeah, we're back.
Sick. Back.
So it was also my top 5, and this time we're gonna be doing top 5 most tense asshole puckering scenes in film history. So Colin will go first.
I gotta change my list then.
You didn't go with the asshole pucker list?
I didn't do asshole puckery. God damn it. I just want to say before I list mine, I feel like mine could change at any given day.
That's all of these lists.
At least
Because I put zero fucking effort
on
into
the top
this.
three. The top three would not change. The bottom two could change any given day. But I was just trying to
I thought
imagine.
about this list for today.
I was trying to imagine that when I first saw these movies, which ones I was like, which ones really got me. And I have a lot of honorable mentions that I want to go through at the end. But okay. Number 5. The Shining, the confrontation scene, where she confronts him after reading his papers that say all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah.
And he catches her.
The bat.
That scene is very, very fucking intense. And it kind of sucks that that was such an older movie for me that I knew a lot of the things that were going to happen. But even still, knowing the storyline, that scene is still very intense.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
score is amazing. And just the build up to all of that is it's pretty horrifying.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite Kubrick movie.
Yeah,
I'd
well, I was
say.
about to say, you're talking about the greatest filmmaker of all time taking his whack at a horror film.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there's really a tense scene in all of his movies. You can have one there. But that's my favorite. So number 4, this one probably I think is going to throw you off for a loop. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, when they first meet the Nazgul, when they meet Merry and Pippin.
And he's like peeking
And
over to
yes,
shit?
and they
Yeah.
jump over and hide, and that fucking thing is peering over it, and all the bugs are crawling over
Centipede
him.
and all that, yeah.
Dude, that scene is
Yeah.
horrifying. That shit gets me every time.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, fucking Frodo's about to put the goddamn ring on his finger because he's a little bitch. He's the worst character in this
I
movie.
think it's a relatively quick scene.
God, I hate
isn't it?
that.
It's
It's
not,
not that-
too quick, but...
But they see
it
the thing.
It even... but it doesn't even end there because it cuts to them at night running in the woods and the
Yeah,
Nazguls
man,
are
that
still
movie
trying
is-
to get them.
Also, the
still
sound
like the
design.
scene, but-
Sound design of the movie is amazing. It shows the music hits, which the score is incredible. Also, I think super creepy is when they're standing there and it goes kind of silent, and they're like, "Why is it so quiet?" And look down the road, and it's like the wind and like the leaves are fucking, and it zooms in, and they go and hide, and then they just zoom in on very specific things in that scene, which I think really really accentuate the scene.
Yeah.
Like they zoom in on the horses, like its nostrils, and it's making the sound.
Yeah,
And then it
yeah.
steps
And the
off, and you
foot,
hear
yeah.
the foot hits the ground, and like
Right.
you hear the armor and everything. This shit just gets me every time. Terrifying.
Well, and the thing about that one scene when it zooms in on the woods is I can't remember, I think it's called the vertigo effect. That's what it's called, vertigo effect. When you're walking towards an area but zooming out at the same time, and it creates that illusion. And that's what they did, and that is what makes
Yeah.
it look so fucking weird. It's such
Yeah.
a weird...
Yeah, it's sick because it like
Yeah.
pulls whatever's in the distance, but it also like pushes it like this.
Yeah,
It's
Amazing directing. Those movies are just flawless. But anyways, number 3, Goodfellas. Funny how.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know how you could not have this in your list because that scene is so fucking uncomfortable to sit through, especially on the first viewing. Because Joe Pesci is just a goddamn psycho.
Yeah, dude.
And it's just so lighthearted, and like, they're just all laughing and giggling. And I've only seen this movie once, and I really need to go rewatch it. But when he's like telling me, what's his name? Ray Liotta, I can't remember his character's name, says he's just funny. He's like, funny how? What do you mean funny? How am I funny? Funny a clown? You know,
Yeah, he's
that
like,
shit's
he's like,
terrifying.
oh, you're funny.
Yeah, that scene is horrific and hard. I watched it today. I cringed very hard while I was watching
He's
it.
like, what makes me so fucking funny?
Yeah, it's just going off. God. Also, incredible acting. Dialogue is amazing. I mean, everything's just perfect. Great scene. Number 2. No Country for Old Men, the coin flip scene. Still gets me every time. Also, no music in the entire movie. So that scene is just dead silent. And once again, you know this dude's just a lunatic and have no idea what he's going to do. And, yeah, it's he never gives the stakes. He's like, I'm just gonna flip this coin and we're just gonna see what happens. And the dude's like, what are the stakes? And he just never says. So it's just completely implied what's gonna happen.
And there's a collection of scenes in that movie too.
Yeah, and I was also gonna say there's several movies there's several movies where when I was making my top 5, I just wanted to put like the name of the movie and then be like the whole movie, because No Country for Old Men, that's the whole thing. Like there's also the crazy scene where Josh Brolin's standing by the door with the gun.
That's what I was thinking.
And the lights cut off. That shit's terrifying. Just multiple scenes in that movie that are horrifying. Like I said, there's no music, really amplifies everything. And then number 1
that's a rough. Yeah.
has to be your number 1. I don't see how there could be any other choice. Inglourious Bastards, the pub scene. And this is another movie where you could have the whole movie from literally the first scene, the opening scene.
If I'm going Inglourious Bastards, I wouldn't pick that scene.
No, for me, that's by far the tensest scene. By far. I know you guys both can have a fucking opening scene.
No, you can even pick the dinner. You can even pick the dinner scene. Well, then having lunch and dinner with the girl and Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, like I said, the whole movie is like there's multiple scenes that are really tense, but I feel like they only just get worse as the movie goes on.
Yeah.
And also, the pub scene is the longest out of all the scenes. I want to say it's really drawn out.
It's a real slow burn.
It's really slow, and they really build on all of the characters in the scenes. I feel like.
That's because that movie is split up into just like
those
just chunks of like the scenes. There's not like different. It's just like chunks, and you just get more and more each time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and just everything about that scene is flawed. Like the subtleties and like how the dude just recognizes the symbol he makes with his hands, or like the way he says words are just slightly off. Like, yeah, that scene is very intense. And there's, like I said, there's multiple scenes you could say, but that one gets me the worst every time.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. I thought I was going to argue more with some of y'all. Well, I will see about that motherfucker. It's not on my list, but I like it.
Yeah, there's nothing too much to argue about it.
Yeah, so number 5, The Shining and the Confrontation scene. Number 4, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, the Nazgul scene. Number 3, Goodfellas, Funny How scene.
I forgot. I actually didn't even think about that scene.
The Goodfellas scene?
Yeah, I know. Right?
Oh man, how the fuck did you forget that one?
I don't know.
Oh man, it's like
we talk about the scene all the time. So
it's one of the most intense scenes ever.
Yeah.
Number 2, No Country for Old Men, the coin flip, and number 1, Inglourious Bastards, the pub.
Right.
That's my list.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's solid.
Okay.
That's how it's done.
All right, let's go and take an ad break.
Take another ad break there, huh?
All right, let me pull it up real quick. I'm gonna check the old emails real quick. I think I got one. I haven't really read over it yet. Let me make sure it's good. Okay.
Oh, it's just a fucking wall of text.
Let me make the text a little bit smaller.
Why?
They sent it in. They sent it in a smaller.
It's smaller. What?
They sent it kind of big. I don't know why.
Small text.
Yeah, I don't know
tougher
why.
to read.
Okay.
Do you know?
Jesus
Are these
Christ.
returning people or what's going on?
It's a
here?
fucking short
I
story.
haven't read over it. I really don't know.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. All right. Here's our next ad.
This episode of the House of Rouse is brought to you by
Soggy, 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 soggy clements. Really soggy, 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 soggy clements. Now they're soggy.
Oh, the Gertster
got
has
back in there
his
again.
Clements.
What the fuck is this guy?
Yep. He's got us.
Don't fuck this guy! Where the fuck is Bigfoot?
What's the worst thing in the world? Is it a bad breakup? A death in the family? Is it waking up one day to realize that you've done nothing with your life for the past 20-odd years, and if you're lucky, you're done with about a quarter of your life, and if you don't hurry up and get your shit together, nobody will remember your name? Or is it 9/11?
Yeah.
Both solid options there. Those things are all pretty bad. But who are we kidding? We all know that there's nothing worse than putting on a pair of nappy old dry mittens. From the makers of the hit product Clemittens, introducing Soggy Clemittens. Never put on a pair of rough and flaky skin-inducing mittens again. In stores today for the low, low price of $14.99 a pair. You think they could get in trouble for this? Because this is... Should I not say anything?
Didn't we? I don't know.
Because there's something about socks.
Once they teamed up with, that's kind of strange.
But anyway, let me go ahead
Teamed
here.
up with the sock company.
They have a warning, really quick. Warning! This product cannot be washed, rinsed, soaked, dry cleaned, or exposed to any foreign moisture. Must be the corona thing. The key to what makes Soggy Clemittens great is the interwoven genital moisture soaked into every pair. Sounds like a balsa salsa thing. We are not responsible for any STDs gained as a result of the use of this product.
Isn't the whole point of Clemittens?
It's to give you chlamydia, yeah. And now they're just apparently soaking
lying about it.
genital
Is this over? Is the ad over?
moisture into every pair.
Is the ad over?
Do you think the genital moisture has chlamydia in it?
I don't know, but this sounds kind of comfortable.
How come we don't have a promo code?
I don't know. They didn't send me one, I
There
guess.
wasn't a single promo code.
Did that I don't know.
All right, cool. We're back. For now, Hunter's top 5 most tense scenes.
Oh, word. All right, yeah, I got you. Where'd it go? There it is.
That sounds like a legal issue's coming up soon.
I got it. It's in there.
Could
All
be.
right. Number 5. The ending of Blair Witch.
I was thinking about that.
Now, honestly, this might be even higher, but I feel like it's not going to hit as well today, obviously, because it was the first of its kind.
Yeah.
There's so much of that found footage, so I feel like if somebody was watching it for the first time today, I don't think it would hit nearly as hard, but you know, when you watched the shit when it first came out, it was, I mean, I was way too young to watch it.
I was 19.
And it was fucking horrifying. Because hardly any of it's explained. It's just you walk into that house, they're just running through, trying to find their friend. Handprints all down the wall. You run down there, you see that dude fucking, spoilers.
For the Blair Witch.
Spoilers.
Motherfucker just staring at the wall.
Yeah, just staring at the wall. And then she just gets knocked the fuck out.
I
Crazy
think
shit.
I think it's still effective in my opinion.
Oh, I think it is too, but again, I feel like if you're viewing it through the lens of now, I don't know if it'll hit as hard, but I don't know. Maybe it still will. But I think it's fucking great.
It hits a lot harder than the soft reboot for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Because
God,
they
that was
showed
awful.
the big fucking stupid monster.
Which is the whole point of the first movie, is that you're not supposed to see it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but you know.
Everything
that's-
before it sucked too. That whole movie sucked. Anyway,
number 4 is the ending of Silence of the Lambs.
Honorable mentions.
That fucking, when he throws that night vision on,
Yeah, terrifying.
and she is just genuinely horrified. She can't see a fucking thing, and he's even just reaching out, almost just
Yeah,
taunting
dude.
her. Oh my god, that shit is fucking evil.
Did you rewatch a lot of these scenes?
I haven't.
did.
That one's like, honestly, these two were just burned in my head. Like I was looking through lists to try and generate some ideas, and as soon as I saw fucking both Blair Witch and Silence of the Lambs, it's like, all right, yeah, I got to put both these on here. Yeah, I mean, that scene's just fucking horrifying, and you know, the rest of the movie is great anyway, but it leads up to that really great ending. Yeah, so that's number 4. Okay, let's keep it going. Here's
I agree with
this might be the one where he takes a turn a bit. The Jurassic Park Velociraptor scene.
Honorable mentions.
Also, I feel like you could also go with the T-Rex scene. Both
Yeah.
pretty fucking intense.
Okay, so wait, which one are you talking about?
I'm gonna go with the Velociraptor scene
Is that
in the
In
kitchen.
the kitchen, yeah, I have to be.
I was thinking about the car.
Oh, that's the T-Rex scene
Okay.
where it's flipped over. Again, I feel like you could go that one, but I think the Velociraptor scene is just played so much better because they're caught in this confined space. The shots are all very, it's very creative shots to add even more attention because
Yeah.
when the raptor first comes up, it's not like it's not like probably today's movie where he just busts through the door. Like he just fucking comes up and like taps the glass. And then you just see him fucking breathe on it.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And then they'll cut to shots of like just his feet like on the ground, and you'll just see the. Oh my god, it's so good.
I wish I had seen that movie more than I have.
Yeah, me too. I've seen it in a very long time.
I fucking love that movie. I was super into dinosaurs growing up, so that's probably an extra reason why this is just burned into my brain.
I was really into Dragon Tales.
Um,
That's dragons though.
but yes, so
Dragonheart.
Jurassic Park. Okay, number 2 is Saving Private Ryan.
Is it
The stairwell scene, of course.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
didn't
forgot
even
about that.
Think
That is,
about that.
I mean, all of these scenes are tense, and I think even my number 1 is, obviously more intense, but this one is the one where I literally want to scream. Like, I'm screaming at the fucking screen. And I know it's coming. I've seen this movie so many times. I know it's coming,
rough.
and I just get upset before the scene even starts. And when it starts happening, I'm like, just get the fuck up the stairs! Just fucking do it!
Yeah, it's rough, dude.
Yeah, that is just the shit that, like, you're just so... It's literally tense, because your muscles are just all tense trying to force this dude up the stairs.
That's an awful scene.
Oh my god. Yeah, that one. My blood's boiling just thinking about it.
Yeah, it's that scene. I remember because we first watched that together,
Yeah.
and like I remember we got silent.
It's awful.
Yeah, that
it's
scene's terrible.
Yeah,
I forgot about that
hurts.
scene actually.
Yeah, that one hurts.
God, yeah.
That's one of those scenes where you like dread watching the movie just because you never have to rewatch that part again.
Right? Yeah.
Like, fuck, I don't want to see this again.
Yeah, it's definitely like a like.
I think I have skipped it on a few viewings.
Really?
I can't do this.
it's a life changing.
Yeah, I
it's a
can't-
life
I
altering
can't go
scene.
I want to be
Shit,
mad at
man.
the guy, but at the same time, the dude's just horrified. It's like I'm mad, but also like
Empathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's terrible.
All right, and
Curious what's the beats? Well, okay, I know.
old number 1. Colin guessed it already. It's the fucking opening scene to Inglourious Bastards. Yes, this entire movie is fucking tense. You're goddamn. You said asshole puckering. That's this entire movie.
Yeah.
The opening, the dinner scene, the fucking which one? The pub. I mean, every fucking bit.
The
of it.
bear Jew scene.
The bear. Yeah, when he's just coming down that.
Oh, that
hill.
scene is just funny. I love that.
That's
scene.
not
No,
funny,
not
dude.
it's funny when they because they build up the tension and then he finally hits him and he's just bashing. So then it's kind of funny at that
Oh,
point.
no, I love
but
that
all
scene.
the lead
It
up
makes
to
me
that
laugh.
is the opening no, the opening
waiting.
scene. Christoph Waltz is just the embodiment of evil. Yeah, he is just slick. He is slowly playing his cards because he already knows they're there. He is just pure evil, and you know what's coming.
Yeah.
Once you slowly start to figure it out, and by the time you figure it out, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And you know he's smart. That's the thing is he's fucking smart.
Yeah. I don't know if it really gets more tense. Again, that's a movie fueled with intense moments. But
Yeah. It's rough.
that shit is just so fucking evil.
Second best Tarantino ending, also, ever.
What's number 1?
Oh,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, for sure.
Oh,
That's the 6th greatest movie of all time.
No,
That's insane.
The second one, I mean, of course, Bastards number 2. The ending of that is great. He digs the knife into his head, and he goes, "This might just be my masterpiece."
I mean, even that scene,
that's
even
good
the scene
ending.
before that happens, where they've been caught.
Yeah.
You still feel tense until he starts just laughing, and he's like, "I'm just going to deal my way out of this shit." But anyway,
The ending of Hateful Eight's great, I will say.
so yeah, obviously Inglorious. So number 5, Blair Witch. Number 4, Silence of the Lambs. Number 3, Jurassic Park. Number 2, Saving Private Ryan, and number 1, Inglorious Bastard.
Nice. All right. Now I will do my top 5 most tense scenes. I can't
Hold
wait
on,
to
isn't there
share.
another ad read before that has to happen?
Oh, I mean we can do it now.
We gotta squeeze it in somewhere, Who's already read? Have you read anything yet?
I haven't read one yet.
All right, well you get to read now.
Oh my god. These people are coming back. Oh my god.
Hey, don't fucking insult them, dude.
I mean, I'm just shocked that
We're sponsored by them.
I don't think they're gonna be too upset.
I love this product. I love it.
I mean, it's good. It's great. Who am I kidding?
This episode of the House of Rouse is brought to you by...
This is the eulogy of Robert Pepperjack. He died over the weekend. We found him outside the cheese factory. He was a good man. Alright, who are we kidding? He was an okay man at best. No one really liked him.
Cheese, sponsored.
By Big Kurt.
It's great. It's Cheese 2.0. That's right, we're back and better than ever. This cheese is the best, and I can't do this anymore. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm the only guy in this building. I mean, there is some type of factory behind me, but no one else comes in or out.
Oh my god. Wait,
Dear God.
I might take back what I said.
The only entrance to this thing is locked. There is just a note here that says, "Tell people about cheese." I write the ads, and there is money in the envelope the next day. I don't know what to do. Well, go get some cheese! Dude, someone... Alright, if you know where the cheese factory is,
Please.
Someone, for the love of God, go check in on it.
It's just
fuck's
Nicolas Cage
going
writing
on?
numbers.
Jesus
got this.
Christ.
That was actually pretty good.
You goddamn right it is.
Wow.
That's terrifying. Someone needs to definitely go check in on the cheese factory.
God, yeah, please get back to us on that. If you find out anything, please message us, because that's...
God, I opened so cheerful, but it's just a dark turn.
We are back, I guess.
We're back.
Let's do the actual top 5 most tense scenes in history.
The actual. That's going to be real dumb.
All right, here we go. Number 5. Somebody's upstairs. Zodiac.
That's my own mentions.
I couldn't believe it wasn't.
Almost
on both
put that.
of yours.
It almost made number 5.
Yeah, I honestly can't believe
Man,
it
that
was
scene
on both
hits
of yours.
hard. Holy shit, that scene hits hard.
Jesus. He's like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like,
Man, that almost made it, dude. That almost made it.
dude, yeah, because the bottom drops out right there.
Your
It's
heart
awful.
sinks when that shit
Yes.
happens. Your heart
Yes.
just sinks immediately.
Godly, I'm getting chills thinking about
Have you watched that again since we watched
it.
it?
Yeah, dude, yeah.
I had to rewatch it. That movie was amazing.
It's a great, great movie. Better than Prisoners.
Oh, Prisoners is good, but
I never saw Prisoners.
Zodiac
I
is
assume
It's good.
Zodiac's
miles
better.
above
Zodiac's-
that.
Yeah. Number 4. The dinner scene, Django Unchained.
Okay, also one. I didn't want two
That is
Tarantino.
tense. That is pretty tense.
It was pretty close to making it. I was like, I didn't really want two Tarantino.
Yeah, but dude, when he smashes the table, breaks his hand, like just slashes
yeah.
his hand open, starts rubbing his blood all over her face, dude.
that's great.
And he grabs her head, throws it on the table, and grabs a hammer, and he's about to bash her fucking brains
That
in,
is a tense scene. I
dude.
forgot about that.
Absolutely.
Good God. Didn't talk about no music. There is not a sound going on when that's going on. It's
That's
horrible.
just great.
Horrible.
Like I said, really, I just didn't want two Tarantino. That might have was right there.
I honestly forgot about that scene. I don't know how. That scene is fucking terrible.
It's rough, dude. It's rough. Number 3. Rushing, dragging, whiplash.
That's my mentions too. Oh. That's also my mentions.
God, how
That
did I
scene is
forget
rough.
about that?
The ending scene is tough.
Are
It's
you
rough too.
rushing or are you dragging?
Not quite my tempo.
Dude. He says, yeah, dude, he's like, count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam! 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam! Just starts smacking them, dude.
He starts off so nice
Oh
at
my
first too,
God.
and then he just escalates as it goes.
We watched that for the first time together, and we were not expecting what was about to happen.
Not at all. Dude.
I remember when it was over, we both were like, you just want to go outside?
Hey, it was exhausting. That movie was. Man, that might. I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah,
that might have made the list.
Yeah.
I don't
it's-
mentions.
Oh God, it's so good.
That scene, and that's another one with it's the whole movie.
And it's like it does
Yeah.
all that, and somehow at the end, like this dude has fucking mentally and physically abused this kid.
Yeah.
But somehow you're like, oh my God. You're just amazed by the greatness that he's created, but it's
Yeah.
also awful. Like, am I cheering for this guy?
No, right?
Is he the good guy or the bad guy?
Oh, he is the bad guy. He is evil.
Yeah.
God. Okay.
But it's like, is it worth the sacrifice? Is what you're thinking. And it's not, but it does make a legend in the
Yeah.
So,
Dude,
like,
the most powerful scene in that movie is when, besides the end, is when he's just playing the drums and he's just smashing his hand in like the ice. You know, pulling his hand back out, there's blood all over his hands and everything.
Dude, and
That shit is
I
amazing.
think it's when he's playing the Russian Dragon, and then when he's playing the drums and gets so mad, he punches a hole through the fucking snare.
probably the only thing I've liked Miles Teller in.
I love Miles Teller, dude.
What?
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough of his movies, but everything else I've seen
Dude,
is the movies are
He's in
shit.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
He's in
shit. I
that
didn't see that.
fucking terrible Divergent series.
Yeah.
I didn't
shit.
see that.
Other-
But check
other
out
shit.
Only the Brave. It's a firefighter movie. It's based on a true story. He is really good in that, and that movie is very sad.
I think he's a great actor.
And-
He just plays in a lot of bad movies.
He was in a boxing movie where he did okay.
I remember that because he bulked up.
Bleed for This, I think it's called.
Yeah, something like that.
That's pretty solid. It's not terrible. I mean, it's not great, but
All right.
anyway.
This is
Number two.
Number two.
Nazgul's Fellowship
Oh,
of the
dude,
Ring.
I didn't think you were gonna have that. That's amazing.
It was between
I didn't think anybody else was gonna have that scene.
scene. Yeah, dude, I grew up being terrified of that
great.
scene every time I watched it. The Nazgul's still freak me out when I look at it.
Top 5 scariest monsters, maybe.
Yeah.
Top
Well,
10.
I don't know.
Top 10 at least.
But it was between that and when they're in the Mines of Moria, and then fucking Pippin knocks over the fucking
Oh,
statue.
yeah. Oh, shit,
Or the
yeah.
skeleton. Yeah, that's fucking intense too.
Yeah.
So Nazgul's for sure, dude. That we both grew up being fucking
That's funny. I did not
terrified
think
of that.
anybody else was gonna have that.
Yeah. And all right, number one. I broke my own rules. It's funny that you guys said this. I broke my own rule here.
Oh God.
For number one, I said all of The Shining.
Oh man, I didn't think you'd have that either. That's hilarious.
The entire movie of The Shining, I feel like
That's
in
crazy.
itself is just from the opening scene to the end scene. There's this tension, and you don't know why. You're like, why do I feel so unsettled right now from the opening moments of the movie?
But how'd you
And
break
it
your
happens
own?
all the way through.
How'd you break your own rule?
Because he said he's saying the whole goddamn
The whole movie.
Oh,
That's what
oh.
I'm saying. Yeah.
He was the one who said
You can't
it needs
narrow
to
it
be
down
one
to
scene.
one scene though.
Dude, because
that really gets you the
I
worst?
feel the exact same way the whole way through. There's not a single part of that movie where I'm like, oh, finally.
Yeah.
The whole from beginning to fucking end, I don't know what to do.
You haven't seen that yet, have you? Ever seen it?
Like I said, I saw it way back. Again, that's probably another movie I was way too young to watch. And I just
God,
haven't
yeah.
seen it.
There's no
anytime
appropriate age
recently.
to watch that movie.
You could also maybe go Full Metal Jacket. But that's just
that's
kind
honorable
of the first
mention.
half.
Honorable mentions, suicide scene right before he
Yeah,
killed himself.
yeah.
I've seen it.
That's honorable mention as well. For me.
Roll through your top 5 again.
All right. Fuck! I forgot my number. I had a joke.
Forgot Rockets.
Fuck! I literally wrote it down and circled it. I was gonna
what
say
was it?
number one, Captain Phillips.
Oh my god.
Captain Phillips sucks.
Look at me.
That movie sucked.
It did not suck.
It sucked hard.
All good.
But anyway, number 5, Somebody's Upstairs, Zodiac. Number 4, Dinner Scene, Django Unchained. Number 3, Rushing, Dragging, Whiplash. Number 2, Nazgul's Fellowship of the Ring. Number 1, All of The Shining. I have tons of honorable mentions.
Yeah.
You didn't have. I thought all three of us had Glorious Bastard.
Yeah, I did too.
Well, you know why I didn't, honestly, is because I knew you both would have it, and I was like, I'll just pick other things because I know that they're going to have that.
It's crazy to me that both you'll have the Nazgul that high. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that
still
really
really
shocked
intense
me.
I had
scene,
no
but
idea you guys
I feel
would.
like
Yeah, it shocked me.
the only
The Shining, I
bad
think you
part,
had it
the only
either.
bad part about that is like, all right, well, this is the first movie in a trilogy. I know they ain't gonna kill this little motherfucker off.
yeah, but you don't know about
the
Mary
other
Pippin or
hobbits.
any of them.
Yeah, yeah.
But my honorable mentions were It Comes at Night, the whole fucking movie. But the
Best
worst.
horror movie the last 20 years.
I'm
that's not true, but it's still
so
great.
glad you didn't put that in your list.
That's
still
the
stupid.
scene
You have
that gets me the
honorable
worst
mention.
is when he's staring off into the woods and he's like, "Don't go after the dog." That scene
But
gets
see,
me.
I'd say that's more suspense than it is tense. Is why I wouldn't do that.
When I would say it's tense because you're. I mean, it's just.
Well, it is
I don't know,
tense.
they're
but-
kind of the same. They're almost the same, but because you just don't know what's going to happen, what's going to come out. The Good and the Bad, the Ugly, the ending is very
had
tense. 7, What's in the Box.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Zodiac, What's Upstairs? Someone's Upstairs. Silence of the Lambs. I had Alien, multiple
Yep, Alien,
scenes.
yep.
The fucking thing is they're tracking them on the dot on the GPS system. That's terrifying. I had The Dark Knight with the Joker camera, where he's showing the prisoner.
Oh, I had The Dark Knight for the motorcycle scene. Hit me! Come on, hit me!
That one did. I don't know. That was
Dude, that's very tense. You don't
But
know-
he's got a prisoner. That one was really terrifying, I think. Pulp Fiction, when they're in the basement tied up, and you know if they're gonna get raped, anally raped.
I feel like you did for so many Tarantino movies.
Yeah.
yeah.
It Follows. Bunch of scenes where you see the thing following them in the background, and like they keep.
I think that's more. Well, I guess that one is more. But I think it's more like suspenseful, and I don't know because I one of my honorable mentions. I was thinking about putting a scene from
Hammerfoot.
I know he's fucking shaking
Sorry.
everything.
Sorry.
He's been doing it for quite some time.
I know.
But like I was gonna put Halloween in my top 5, the original Halloween for a scene. But then I was like, that's more suspenseful than it is.
Yeah, but there's like certain. But yeah, then I had Full Metal Jacket, and then Whiplash, and then Hereditary, the dinner scene where they're all having dinner at the table.
Oh yeah.
The scene is awful. That whole movie is kind of like The Shining, where you're just dreadful.
Yeah, I
the
had a
whole
lot
time.
of those same honorable mentions. Honestly, one of the only ones I don't. Yeah, the only different ones is The Raid.
Oh, dude, I did think about the
that
raid.
scene is pretty
When he's
tense.
in the wall,
Yeah.
and that shit just
Yeah.
keeps coming and coming, and then it's just stuck on his cheek. It's just a big old hunk of flesh there,
Yeah.
and he's got to fucking wipe the blood off. That's so nice.
I had Funny Games. Yeah.
That's another one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
had some tense scenes too.
Oh my god.
Hacksaw Ridge for when he first gets onto the battlefield and there's just dead bodies and it's silent.
Oh yeah.
And there's supposed to be the enemy there. But they get up there and there's nobody, there's just mist. And they're like looking around like, what the fuck's going on?
I never saw that movie.
Anyway, well that scene's very intense. I had Dark Knight Motorcycle. And the boat scene when one of them's trying to kill each other in that movie. One of them has
yeah,
to press
that's
the
pretty tense.
Joker, actually, the talk show at the end, the climax.
Oh, that is really tense. Yeah.
And the only other one I had is the end of There Will Be Blood. I don't know if either of you have seen
I
that.
really do see that
But
movie.
that's one of the greatest films ever made. Easy. And I don't want to spoil anything, but the ending is like, holy shit. It's fucking crazy. And those are my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
there we go. And that concludes this episode. Hunter, let us know what's going to go on for the next episode.
I meant to be thinking about the top 5 during the whole time, but I didn't.
God damn it.
Let's see. So originally, like I said, I was gonna do a little. I thought some type of competition would be funny between them two, and like if they didn't answer all the questions right, I'd go down the list and just worst movies. But since you made me watch Knowing, and I usually pick the palate cleanser.
Yeah?
I'm saying fuck that. We're watching Click Clack Jack,
What the fuck is this?
a rail legend.
Hey, what are the awards this has won?
Oh yeah, let's mention the awards real quick.
What is this?
Official selection, Florida Media Market Film Festival. Official selection, Kids First Film Festival. Winner, Film of the Year, WYSIWYG Film Festival.
What does that stand for?
Who knows? Winner, Best Family Film, New York International Independent Film Festival. Finalist, San Antonio International Christian Film Festival.
Oh,
God.
this is a religious movie. Oh, God.
That's amazing.
It's 54 minutes
Clack,
long.
Jack.
And
It's
we're-
54 minutes.
It's 54 minutes long, and we're gonna learn about how Click Clack Jack stops the evil robber baron
Is it
from.
based on a true story?
Now,
Fuck knows. I'm gonna guess no.
so basically what you're telling me is you were two seasons in a row going to have the worst movie we reviewed.
Click Clack Jack coming up next for the House of Rouse season
I'll think
2.
of the top.
I know they've been waiting
sometime.
for this one. They've been asking about this, honestly.
Oh, this might be the one that takes us to the top.
I think so.
Yeah, and,
A faith and family adventure film.
Good God.
and we'll see you next time. Yeah!